One of the biggest standouts of the TLC series Gypsy Sisters, Nettie Stanley was the self-proclaimed mother hen of her Gypsy Sisters, whose life seemed tailor-made for reality TV, with multiple marriages, numerous children, and never-ending antics. The last we saw of her on TV, she renewed her wedding vows with her third husband Huey after a decade of marriage. So, what has the former TLC star been up to since quitting the dazzling world of reality TV? Let's find out. There has been no shortage of high-voltage drama in Nettie's life since the camera stopped rolling, and she experienced everything from felony arrests to a tragic death in her family. She shunned the spotlight and continues to live a low-key life after the tragic death of Huey's son and her stepson Rocky. Their lives were deeply affected after the expectant father was stabbed to death over a game of basketball in March 2015. Rocky got into an altercation at YMCA in Kingsport, Tennessee after a basketball game and ended up getting stabbed multiple times. Despite being hurried to the emergency clinic, he succumbed to his injuries shortly after. Nettie, whose career began with the reality TV series My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding, left the showbiz world and, just then, TLC officially canceled Gypsy Sisters due to low ratings. The West Virginia native has retreated from public life ever since, never showing interest to return to the spotlight. The police recuperated the homicide weapon and were able to identify the subject, Zachary Morris Gardner, who handed himself over to the police. He was captured for first-degree murder, but little more than a year after Rocky's death, the suspect was acquitted of first-degree murder, as the jury determined that he acted in self-defense. Although Nettie enjoys a blissful marriage today, she previously had a roller coaster life with multiple failed marriages. As a teenager, she ran away from her family and married a guy named JR, but the teenage love did not last long, and soon they went their separate ways. She tied the knot again for the second time, but it didn't last either. She also separated from Huey for a while, but they reconciled later and have been together ever since. From her first two marriages, Nettie gave birth to 7 children: Keith, Albert, Huey, Destiny, Chastity, Sheila, and Kat. Similarly, she and Huey have 2 children together, Nucky Small and Dallas Williams, which makes her the mother of 9 children. Her daughter Destiny died when she was only 9 months old in 2000. Her sister Joanne Wells got arrested for a scam of $10,000 in early December 2017. This wasn't the first time someone close to Nettie was embroiled in legal trouble. Back in 2004, her mother, Lottie, was convicted of bank fraud. The conviction came after a string of cons in at least 11 states, which led to federal authorities looking for Lottie for more than 6 years, and even landed her on America's Most Wanted in March 2003. She got arrested in a motel in Madison Heights for allegedly abducting their 5-year-old son and a 7-year-old grandson from foster care. Lottie spent 9 years in jail for her crimes. With 176,000 followers, the 47-year-old has managed to rack up an impressive number of followers who want to keep an update on her personal life. She doesn't upload many photos of herself, but loves posting about her children and grandchildren and celebrating their achievements and milestones. Her world truly revolves around her family, whether it's her daughter Kat winning numerous medals for horse riding, or daughter Nucky getting married. She loves commemorating every occasion. Nettie has been away from the spotlight, dedicating all her time to being a housewife and taking care of her large brood. And it truly shows what a good parent she is and how proud she is of all her children and grandchildren. That's it for today. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and click the bell to make sure you stay up to date with celebrity gossip and the latest showbiz news.